What's up everyone and welcome back to the MMA camp. Today, let's get started. A video of Paddy Pimblett sparring with Denis Frimpong, another fighter, went viral. During this time, Frimpong tapped out, but Paddy refused to let go of the rear naked choke. As soon as the video went viral, many people questioned Paddy's sportsmanship and his choice to keep the choke in place. Paddy recently gave his side of the story in a video titled "Settling Online Beef with a Bully," which he posted to his YouTube channel. Paddy describes the beginning of his feud with Denis Frimpong.
Seen a lot of people giving me for keeping hold of the choke. I'm going to give you the full story now, and then I'm never going to speak about it ever again. He was bullying two of the lads who come to my gym, Jake and George, who were like my little brothers, train with them every day. I had something against them just for that anyway, as you all know, I don't like bullies. Then when he fought George in the final of the comp, he was saying mad stuff to George, saying your grandma's going to go to hell, well, in hell, because his grandma's dead. All that stuff rubbed me up the wrong way, and then George beat him up for 4 rounds and subbed him in the 4th. That's always been there in the back of my mind, annoying me. We kept going back and forth. I ended up saying, come on, let's get a spar on, let's do it. I said to him as well, lad, I'm going on holiday for 2 weeks, so let's do it before I go on holiday. And he said no. First day I'm on holiday, flew on the 1st of Jan. On the 2nd of Jan, he puts a video up talking shit. While I'm sitting by the pool, I just look at my phone and go, oh my god. I see him, Dennis, commenting back to a lot of people saying Paddy won't come, he hasn't got the balls, this and that. I spoke to one of his teammates who said, Pad, we're not happy that he's not doing it, we're going to speak to him. And then 3 minutes after I got that message back off a fighter from Manny Top Team, Dennis messaged me back saying, get down tomorrow 12. And we both agreed, we don't stop until someone's unconscious. Taps don't count, quitting to strikes doesn't count. We just go until someone's out cold. To be honest, I think he'd give me the choke. He stuck his neck out to give me the choke because he didn't want to get flattened out and ground and pounded until he was unconscious. But took the choke, and as we all know, if you get choked unconscious, you just wait.
Mike Davis lost to Fares Ziam by a unanimous vote. It was an excellent battle, according to Renato Moicano, who said, "Congrats to both winners. I was expecting a war on the feet, but it was a very good grappling MMA fight." According to Sadiq Yusuf, Davis might have suffered harm. He didn't look like himself. In a repost, Chase Hooper added, "Bro's knees are not going to feel good in the morning. I'd be really surprised if there aren't any strains or partial tears with how Davis was torquing his knee."
Tough fight. Mike Davis is a tough guy. I break my hand in the first round, so I cannot strike. I know he was afraid about my striking, but in the 10 seconds he come to try to take me down, but I'm okay. I have good wrestling. I work hard to be here, to keep winning, and I'm 5-win streak. Mike Davis goes slow, and this is my fault. I go slow with him, and after I break my hand, so I go to take him down. My corner say, "Hey, why you don't strike?" I don't say nothing because I don't know I want to keep calm. My corner stay calm, so I go to the wrestling because I know my jiu-jitsu is great and my wrestling too. It's hard work, and my family, my wife, always with me. They give me the big support, and I'm very happy. I work hard every day because my life, I dedicate my life for that. I'm good. My shirt is red of the blood of my opponent, and at the end of the fight, he cut me. It's my first cut in UFC and in a fight, but all good. We know the risk, so let's go.
Daniel Cormier thinks that by exposing Dricus du Plessis, Islam Makhachev might be taking on a greater task than he has anticipated. In order to compete against Dricus, who weighs 185 pounds, Islam would have to go up 2 weight classes from his current weight of 155 pounds. His goal to become a 2-division champion while avoiding a possible bout with his close friend, the current welterweight champion Belal Muhammad, is what drives him to make the switch. Dricus and Islam spoke to one other. After examining Dricus' fighting style, Islam declared his confidence in his abilities to overcome him. Dricus replied that Islam would not be able to cope with his height and strength, but he did wish him luck. DC admitted that even though Islam loses a lot of weight to get down to 155, he probably doesn't weigh more than 185 pounds outside of training camp. He calculates that Dricus weighs about 220 pounds, however, so the possible fight would be far more taxing on Islam's body than he might think.
We have seen him beat Sean Strickland. We have seen him finish Robert Whittaker. At some point, we have to respect Dricus du Plessis. I think Islam respects him. I don't know that Islam would understand how hard it would be to fight a guy of that size. I think this guy might weigh 220, 220 when he's not making weight? You know, many people talk about the amount of weight that the Russians cut. And Islam cuts weight to make 155. But I don't know that even on his heaviest days, he weighs 185. Now, I'm not saying that I don't think that he can do it. I just think that it's much harder than I think anyone understands to go up 2 weight classes. Pereira did it at 185 to 205. But even the fact that we talk about him going up to heavyweight, it's kind of crazy. Now, I get he has skills, but that would be very, very tough. And I believe he can do anything. You guys know how much I respect Makhachev. And I think he can do anything that he sets his mind to. But that ask is so big. Because again, Dracus has to weigh 215, 220. Dracus could never make lightweight. Never. I don't know the last time he weighed 155. So guys, I don't know what would happen, but I do know that there are weight classes for a reason, guys.
Shara Bullet considers his defeat by Michael Venom Page in a unanimous decision. He says that he battled a terrifying illness. On his Instagram, Shara posted the following statement: "The pirate sails into the harbor, but I will return. I knew all the risks stepping in there with such a nightmarish health condition and preparation. I felt that despite everything, I could still win, but it didn't work out. And that's it. Thank you to the UFC organization for this opportunity and to everyone involved. I wanted to put on a show and meet expectations without canceling the fight. Thank you to everyone who stands by me in any situation."
Yeah, no, it's good. You know, it's always a question. I always say I'm always confident in these decisions that I make. Obviously, proving it is nice, but I was always already sure that I can do these things. He's calculated. He's very quick. I was a little bit hesitant because a couple of times I was like, it's actually quicker than I expected. So I was a little bit more hesitant, but that shows how good he is as a fighter. So this again, I'm happy that I was able to make it clinical, but I wanted to get my finish. Yeah, I feel good. Really, it does play a part when you're in there because I'm carrying a little bit. I'm carrying a bit more weight, so obviously my legs are not going to be as used to it in there. But regardless, I got the job done. No, I wanted to do more. I think my shot count, my punch count, my kick count could have been higher. I was just a bit hesitant, and for whatever reason, I need to go back to the lab, fix it, get rid of it up here, and add it in there. It's, you know, I have to, you know, wait and see what I'm given in terms of my next opponent, in terms of the ranking. I got to try and make my way up. I'm hoping a couple of fights and then the title.
According to Michael Bisping, Israel Adesanya's dominance is over. Izzy has only won one of his previous 5 fights after losing to Nasruddin Imavov, and he has already lost 3 straight. In the show after the fight, Bisping said, "The biggest takeaway is that it's over. Israel Adesanya's reign as a champion, I don't think, will come again. I say that with the greatest respect, and I truly mean that. An original, an incredible fighter, a legend of the sport, a future Hall of Famer, but his time at the top is done. The career that he's had is legendary, but more importantly, the man's an original. The man is unique. Yes, we've seen great kickboxers, and we'll see more great kickboxers, but the people that have the flair, the charisma, do they put on the show that Israel Adesanya does? From the walkouts to the post-fight speeches that we saw when he beat Alex Pereira, and that gave you chills. I will never forget that. Everybody remembers watching that for the first time, doing the breakdancing on the way out, the whole light show, and all the rest of it. Yeah, okay, the knockouts are memorable, they're incredible, they're amazing, right? When you combine it with everything else, I mean, the man's an absolute superstar. He really is. Of course, the second best middleweight of all time. Without a shadow of a doubt, he'll say the #1, but that's what we do. We're fighters. We'll always say that we're #1. A long career at the highest level has a lot of wear and tear on the body, and not just the fights. The training camps. The training camps are worse than the fights. A fight is won, and you might go out there. We've seen Israel Adesanya just destroy people, use the leg kicks, just pimp them, you beat them easily. But that doesn't happen in the training camp. Otherwise, you don't improve. You get worse. You build bad habits. You need to be getting pushed and get people taking you down, wrestling you, ground and pounding you, choking you out, you're tweaking ankles and legs, you're taking punches on the chin. When you do this at the highest level, you train accordingly. That's what takes a toll on the body. Yeah, he's taken some lumps and bumps inside of the octagon. He took one tonight, but that combined with the years years and years of training to get to this level. That's the problem. That's the issue.